Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today, I'll be your host for Group 3. My name is MIQAEL, REDZUAN, and I'm joined by my other guests. They can feel freely introduce themselves.
My name is Megat, Shafiy, FARHAN, and
my name is SHARHAN.
And right here we've got RAIMY.
And my name is SHUIB MASDUKI.
My name is MOHAMMED HAZIQ.
Today, for our topic, it's a more darker topic. This primarily because there's a recent event that has caused a lot of discussion, especially in the online space, in social media and whatnot. So today we're going to be talking about child grooming. Specifically, we're going to talk about the Abang bus case that happened only a few months ago.
September, right?
Yes, from September. Yes.
September.
Yes. So the main thing that we have to establish is what's child grooming and who's Abang bus and what do you do. So for child grooming, like the baseline understanding of it is that you are, as an adult, interacting with someone underage, a minor, trying to build some sort of emotional relationship so you can sexually exploit that individual. And for Abang Bas, my understanding of the case is that he was a person on TikTok that was primarily making very inappropriate jokes towards minors, and also there's some allegations on whether or not he is a groomer, and also the whole can of worms that opened up. So I think I can pass it over to someone who's more knowledgeable on the fact. So that I think you can tell us more about the child grooming and how people usually do it.
I think child grooming usually comes in many stages. They use a lot of tactics to get to the victims. So usually the child groomers or the predators start targeting the victims. Maybe there's by stalking Instagram or stalking in school. So
And also like young kids also
yeah,
sometimes post
the minor
like things online that might compromise their
also
identities.
It's the internet age, so everyone's online.
Everyone's in like
yeah.
that's probably one of the major fears as like a parent raising a kid in this age, is that you don't know what your kids are posting online, and you don't know who they're interacting on a daily basis.
So they usually gain the trust to fulfill their needs. So one of their tactics is they're isolating the victims within their families and friends, and to create the dependence between them. And I think all of this often is for sexual purposes. They're starting to sexualizing the relationship between the child or the young kids. So it is very uncomfortable to speak, right?
Yes.
That's quite wild, bro.
So I just want to ask if one of you know about how does the child groomers use their trust, manipulate the victims.
Because that's the main thing that they usually use to get into victims, as far as I'm aware, is that by building a trust between each other, it's more easy for the perpetrator to sexually exploit the victim. So I think what you can help.
Alright. There are a few ways a child groomer can use to gain trust. Like for example, he can give the child or the victim a gift, maybe like a toy, a food like candies or something.
Yeah, can.
You can also like playing a supportive role. How do I explain this?
But for going back on the topic of gifts and whatnot, like I don't think nowadays people usually use like candies or whatnot to lure in children, because usually that's what we were taught when we were growing up. But nowadays I think it's like, oh, you know, be aware of like that guy. He's gonna give you free Robux or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know? I think
Yeah.
like buying stuff for like games, game cards and whatnot.
Cash out.
Yeah, especially for games that's like primarily younger demographic, like Fortnite, Roblox and whatnot. There's more of a danger in terms of like people buying gifts for children. You know?
Plus, the child grooming usually encouraged to keep their relationship private.
Private,
yes.
Right.
You also may sometimes share like secret only both of them know
Yeah.
to gain some trust from the child.
As far as I'm aware, also that they usually start off the operation or like the process by trying to build a normal connection with the child. This can be like playing games together or whatnot, and
Trying to
afterwards,
be relatable.
and afterwards they start like twisting that to like fit their own like use.
Do you think most of them are psychopath?
Psychopath is different. That's more physical.
Yeah.
It's more
They're more manipulative.
mental, like some sort of
Deception is quite straight.
Because that tends to start threatening the victims. You know? If the victim wants to share their relationship out, or to tell the relationship to their parents, friends, so they're usually threatening the victims to hide their relationship.
Keep it like that.
Yeah. So, like, can someone like further explain why this might prove, or like this sort of like topic is proving an issue, especially for like younger people nowadays?
So for this case study, we'll be focusing on the Abang bus incident. So to start with, we need to know what happened. In September of last year, there's a TikTok user by the name of Abang Bus who posts TikTok videos about his interactions with primary school students.
Is it the same kid?
So all of them are different from what I
Different kid, right?
all of them are different kids.
Oh,
And also, as far as I could tell, the situation blew up way after when he started. Because as far as I know, he started way before the situation. Like
There was something else before that.
there were multiple videos before that.
Ah.
He did this like way longer than what most people would know, but the story blew up around September last year.
Ooh.
So it went viral because he calls the kid crush
Crushes.
and
Okay.
crushes, and also there were videos of him kissing and touching them.
Which part he kissed?
Inappropriate. I don't know which part, but
Forehead, right?
from the angle, it looks like at the mouth.
Mouth. Oh, I thought
I think-
it is forehead.
Or cheeks, right?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, I also thought it was the forehead as well.
The drawn zone.
Yeah.
And also the victim he alleged was like his niece, if I'm mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Allegedly
he's
he was
the uncle.
Yeah, allegedly
Yes.
he's her uncle. Allegedly,
It's still inappropriate, right?
it's very
Still very inappropriate. I don't think even the father acts like that with the kid.
So, like MIQAEL said just now, the Abang Bas himself called himself the uncle for this child, right? So this kinds of tactic is called offline grooming. So, like, he claimed that he have like a direct access for this child in enclosed space.
The bus.
Yeah, the bus itself.
I also think like offline grooming is in play because allegedly he is the uncle.
Yeah, it sounds like he's lighting the netizens, you know, by saying
Yeah.
he's the uncle.
Yeah.
She's my niece, you know, right?
Even my own uncle would never do that kind of stuff.
Yes, I agree on
Even
that.
fathers.
Even
I
fathers.
think fathers will even do that. But you guys can correct me, however, that like in my opinion, I think offline grooming is way more, I guess, deadly in a sense because like the perpetrator, in this case Abang Bas, recorded himself doing the act, so it was more easy for like the was it for people to be aware of him doing that type of like interaction. Like, let's say
he acts like that in front of camera, so we don't know what he does with the kid.
yeah,
off
off camera.
Yes.
That's the thing that I was about to ask specifically about, like other people, like other groomers, like grooming children behind closed door, behind everyone's back, not
Behind the public eye.
yeah, behind public eye and whatnot, behind public scrutiny. So I would like to know your guys' opinion on that specifically.
Yeah, and I think adults themselves need to aware that they need to limit how they interact with minors, you know.
Yeah, they need to set the boundaries.
Yeah,
actually,
the
right?
boundaries, you know.
Like the Malay saying, ada batas.
Yes.
That's right.
Because you would say like that as an adult, we all should know better than interacting appropriately with those type of with people.
So, in my opinion about there's the predators also can still target the victim through online, right?
Yes.
Yeah, especially in social media, Instagram, Facebook, WeChat, and etc. Also, not in social media, but online gaming, right?
I think online gaming is the main source,
Yes.
Nowadays online, yes, I would say so.
because you don't know who's playing with you.
Yeah, such as Roblox, Fortnite, or something.
Yeah, they can impersonating someone else.
Fake profiles.
Yeah,
Also,
imposter.
social media such as Discord.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah, Discord. The main stuff.
Yeah. And they usually use fake profiles to hide their identity and tends to communicate with the victim 24/7, like all the time. And I think it's easier for them to access to minor news because we all know that kids nowadays like to play
Online games.
The
online game,
yeah.
and one of the tactics that child groomers could use is giving Robux, giving money on the games,
Like any in-game currencies.
Game currencies.
game currencies.
But
The bait lah.
if I may like shift the topic, because I think we've touched upon like the topic of like the methods of grooming and also like the types as well. But the thing that I would like to know more about and want to know your guys' opinion about is about like the effects of grooming towards the victim in question, towards the minors. Alright, so moving on from that, because I feel like we've already sufficiently touched upon on the perpetrator side. What about the victims specifically? Like, what happens to them like after experiencing that?
Yeah, I think most of them they suffered from PTSD, the trauma, and the betrayal they got from the predators. So we all know that young kids is vulnerable and innocent, right? So they couldn't know more.
Also, I think like most of the kids who are victims to this, they don't develop the concept of personal space. Like when they can relate to someone, when they like someone, they share everything about them. So at that young age, I think it's they're more exposed to.
It might like prove a detriment later on in their life.
Yeah.
I think I can't imagine the psychological effects on it.
Yes.
On the child. Like how does like someone experiencing that like grow out of it, like moving on past it?
I don't think that can, no, because it would affect how they're growing up and all.
Yeah.
And how they'll act as like an adult.
They're mentally
How their view,
stuck.
right?
Yes.
How is their perspective?
So they
towards
also
their
feel
fellow.
guilty. They think they're the ones who made that problem to themselves.
It's too traumatic, so I think, for them.
Years of therapy.
So,
Years of therapy.
so personally, I think parents plays a very crucial role. You know?
Yeah.
So I would know how to prevent it as the parents, as the educators.
Not only as like parents or educated, but like us as like a wider
Yeah.
society in general.
Yes.
Because I feel like this is more of a societal issue rather than like a parental issue.
So anyone of you
Yeah,
wants
I
to
think.
share how to prevent?
We should encourage victims to speak out and break their silence by sharing their experience. Community should really behind victim and give their support. I think that we have to talk about.
Yeah, I do feel like that's all that we really realistically have time for, and also I feel like we touch on the important aspects of child grooming. So I'd like to thank not only my fellow hosts for taking their time to talk about this subject matter, but also I would like to thank the person who's watching the video right now. Thank you.